Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the premiere episode for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 9. This was the Queen Save the World episode. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below what you thought about this episode, and hit that subscribe button. Become part of the Amateur Hour community. Ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Amateur Hour on all platforms. Before we do get into this episode, do not send hate to any of the queens mentioned in this video, because that's not what these are meant for. These are meant for us to have a fun time over here on this side of the interweb, talk about all things Drag Race, and just have a kiki. So again, for today's video, I am going to be reviewing the premiere episode. This is the Queen Save the World episode, and also this season the queens are competing for charity. So the winner will receive $200,000 for their charity. And in honor of that, I've decided to include a link down below in every episode of the reviews for the season for links to donate to each of the queens' charities. And I am also going to include the ACLU Drag Defense Fund as well down below. So if you do wish to donate to any of the charities, they are all linked down below. Again, I'm going to go through all the queens' entrance looks, and while we're doing that, we're going to cover each charity that they're competing for and just have a fun time. Again, this is all in good fun. No hate at all. I'm excited for this season. Up first, we have Got Mick. I'm obsessed with this hair. Again, I did a review video live stream where I went over all of the entrance looks. So if you want to see that, you can check that out. But I'm going to just do a quick fabric wrap for each of the looks and also list off the charity that the queen is competing for. So this is a fab, and Gottmik is competing for Trans Lifeline. Again, that is also going to be linked down below. So if you do wish to donate to any of the charities for during any of my reviews for the season, all of the charities will be linked down below. Again, for the charity. So Gottmik is competing for Trans Lifeline. The look is a fab, fierce. Up next, we have Roxy Andrews, who's competing for Roxy is competing for Miracle of Love. It is an organization based in Southern Florida, I believe, near Orlando, I think is what it said. So, and also the look is a fab. Roxy's a fab, of course. And again, that one is also linked down below. Fierce. Up next, we have Vanjie. I love Vanjie. As soon as she walked in, the entire atmosphere changed. Like, Vanjie has such a unique personality and such a strong character that completely changes the season as soon as she's there. Like, I love Vanjie. And this is a fab. Vanjie is competing for the ASPCA as well, for the cats and the dogs and all the animals, and I love that. And again, her charity will also be linked down below. See, I'm putting in work up for the season. Up next, we have Andrea Paris Van Michaels, Angie 2.0, as she says, and she looks fabulous. This is a fab. And Angie is competing for the. Let me make sure I'm getting this correctly. Andrea is competing for the National Black Justice Coalition. Collective, not coalition. Collective. And that is also linked down below. And again, fab. Fab, baby. Up next, we have Nina West. Nina West is competing for the Trevor Project. Again, also linked down below. Not my favorite look. I don't know. It's very top heavy, which again, I feel like is a bit of a theme sometimes for Nina. But it's kind of like a fashion clown, so I'll give it a fab. It's just not my favorite. And again, Trevor Project. Up next, we have Plastique Tiara, and she's competing for, let me make sure I'm getting all of these correct, the Asian American Foundation. And again, they're also linked down below in all of my review episodes for the season. Next up, we have Georges. Georgia's like gorgeous, and Georgia's gets a fab. It's cute. It's fun. I like the shoes. The shoes are fun. And Georgia's is competing for the National Alliance of Mental Illness. And again, they're also linked down below. Look at me putting in the work, getting all the charities for y'all. So if you feel like donating, you can. Up next, we have Chanel. And Chanel is competing for Anxiety and Depression Association of America, which I think is a very, very fabulous cause. Again, I think all of the queens are competing for fabulous causes. This look is a fab, and their donation link is also listed down below in the description. See? I got it for y'all. Y'all are good. RuPaul comes in and explains how this season is going to work. So again, they are competing for charity. The winner is going to get $200,000 for the charity in the title of All Stars, title, crown, scepter, all that, and also makeup from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So, and also each week there will be a winner. That winner gets $10,000 for their charity donated each week. So they're all doing it for the charity, which I love. Also, non-elimination. And again, this is the Queen's faces when they find out it's non-elimination. Of course, they knew this already. I'm convinced most of them probably wouldn't compete if it weren't non-elimination. No shade, but like I don't think they would want to risk ruining their brand, risk ruining the reputation if it weren't a non-elimination episode. Because again, we have some really fierce competitors, really fierce queens who have giant platforms. I mean, look at Plastique, the most followed queen on TikTok. She's not going to come back and just look like a fool. Like, she's going to want to do a season like this where everyone looks good. They're getting benefactory badges. Benefactress badges. Benefactress badges. Say that 10 times fast. Benefactress badges. Benefactress badges. Benefactress badges. Okay, I'm done. So each week, the top two get a badge. Then the winner gets $10,000 donated to their charity, and they also get to cut off another queen so that if they win in the next week, they don't get any benefactress badges. And at the end of the season, the three queens with the most benefactory badges make it to the top three and add a chance for the crown. So they keep it cute, keep it simple, and again, no hate to it's just a fun season. It's gonna be cute. I'm excited. We get a reading challenge. It's fun. I think that all the girls did well. There's some of the girls I think did better. I enjoyed Roxy's reads a lot. I thought Mick did well. Plastique was cute. Again, it was just overall a fun reading challenge. I enjoyed it. And of course, it's always fun to start out the season with a reading challenge, right? George's not the funniest. No shade. Same with Vanjie. I think Vanjie's funny, but I feel like it's more personality in the moment as opposed to like planning out joke. You know what I'm trying to say? Roxy can read the dolls. And Roxy wins $2,500 for her charity, which I love. Fierce. Fierce, fierce, fierce. All right. We find out the main challenge is going to be a original track. They each have to write their own lyrics, come up with choreography together for Drag Queen Save the World is the title of the song. It's fun. It's a good, cute premiere episode. I love how all the girls are getting their drag ready. Again, Roxy's an organized bitch. Like, this is something that all the queens talk about. I've heard, at least. Roxy is, like, very well organized with all of her things. Like, everything has a certain place to go, and every single thing goes in that place. Like, it's very clear. This is Plastique's wig box, which is wild. It's fun. It's cute. We get to songwriting, talking about the different things that are going on in our country in terms of, in the US at least, in terms of drag bans, people trying to stop pride, trying to do all the things. Again, there's the ACLU Drag Defense Fund link down below if you do feel like donating to the ACLU Drag Defense Fund. Cute. Again, it's just a fun, positive vibe. Like, no one's really coming here to be shady. No one's really coming here to be rude, whatever the case may be, right? We get to choreography. Again, Georges kind of takes the lead a little bit because Georges is a fierce dancer, but that doesn't necessarily mean a fierce choreographer, right? We have some of the girls who aren't the most confident. I mean, Chanel, no shade, it's very much not confident. Again, it's a fun choreo moment. Not too much happens there. New day in the workroom. Who are you gonna block? Well, I'm gonna block this queen. I'm gonna block that queen. For me, if I had the opportunity to block someone, I would probably block Roxy because I think of Roxy as like a really fierce competitor. Personally, like I think Roxy can do no wrong, but that's why I would block her. Like again, you want to get them with badges at the end, right? All right, main stage. RuPaul, I love this dress. I really do. I love the hair. I think Ru looks very cute. I love it. Michelle, you look good. I like Michelle. Ross is there. I want to see more T.S. Madison. I'm sure she will be there at some point. And then Keke Palmer is our guest judge. I'm obsessed with Keke Palmer. I think she's fabulous. And she was a great guest judge. I think she had really great critiques. Just overall, really, really fun person to have. The RuPaul's going to perform to Hustle That Cat, her original track. It was fun. It's cute. It's a cute performance. Like, I can't say anything bad about it. Like, it's fun. Yeah. We're going to get to Drag Queen Save the World, where we're going to go over all the Queen's performances. Up first, we have Mick. I thought Mick did well. I don't think of Mick as the strongest performer of the season. No shade. Like, I think of Mick more as, like, a fashion girl and more of, like, a fashion comedy-ish, not necessarily performance. So this isn't really her strength, right? I thought she did well, though. Nina did about what I would expect from Nina. Like, I thought it was fun. Yeah, it's cute. Plastique did, I think, very well. I think Plastique did what was expected of her, and I think she did it well. I think this edit made all the queens look very good. And if they weren't a very strong performer, you didn't see a lot of them. I mean, look at Chanel. Like, we didn't see a lot of Chanel during this performance other than her verse. But yeah, I thought Plastique looked great. Angie did really, really well. I loved it. Just, yeah. Vanjie was fierce. I love Vanjie. Georges was one of my faves. I love Georges. Love Georges. Chanel, again, we didn't really get to see much of Chanel other than her like individual performance. So I do think the edit was favorable for Chanel. Yeah. All right, category is signature drag and signature fragrance. Up first, we have Gottmik with Crash, as in Crash the System. Very punk rock, very Mick, very signature Mick style. I thought it was great. I thought Mick gets a fab. Like, I really love the look. I love the hair. Again, the makeup is always going to be unclockable. Like, the makeup is 10s on 10s on 10s. The look is a little bit simple, but I do think it fits for the category, and I do think it gets the signature that is Gottmik in terms of the runway and the makeup and all of the punk rock aesthetic very well. So I think this is a very good look for Gottmik. Up next, we have Criminal by Nina West. I love the exaggerated hips. I think if you have giant shoulders like Nina, I think that is a very, very, very smart idea to like exaggerate another body part to kind of juxtapose the shapes and all. Again, I love the look. I think it's very nice. I'm gonna give Nina a fab. Yeah, she looks really great. Up next, we have Plastique Tiara, Fantastique by Plastique. This is kind of fierce. Like the wings and the fact that it's a double set of wings is kind of gaggy. It's gaggy. It's giving me like Victoria's Secret model, and like she looks amazing. Plastique is gonna give some of the best runways I think this season. Like she looks amazing, amazing. It's crazy. It's crazy. She looks so good. Up next, we have The Southern Belle by Angie. Angie looks very cute. It's kind of giving me My Fair Lady sort of pageant. Very pretty. The makeup looks fabulous. I love the hat. Love the shape. Again, matching with the Southern Belle of the perfume, giving us that bell shape at the bottom. Gorgeous. Very well done, Angie. Angie, you get my fab. You get my fab. You look great. Next up, we have Toxic by Vanjie. I'm a little bit confused as to why Vanjie does Toxic. When I think of Vanjie's brand, I don't necessarily think Toxic. So I'm a little bit confused by that. But she looks nice. I like the colors. I love the fact that it's not a swimsuit. Again, kind of doing very different from what she was doing on season 11, which I think is a very smart idea to come out the gate coming with a different silhouette, come out the gate with a different color. I get the idea and I get why she chose this. She looks great, so I'll give it a fab. Honestly, everyone's kind of getting a fab on this. Like everyone looks great. Let's Little Chiquita by Georges, again giving poppers. This is funny. Poppers with the smell of marijuana. I love that. Again, very much giving me like Georges brand, very smart, very well thought out. And she looks fierce. I love this outfit on her. She looks so good. Next up, we have Chanel #1 by Chanel. I love that her outfit matches the silhouette of the dress. Of the perfume. I'm obsessed with that. And I love the juxtaposition between the red velvety fabric and the red sparkly fabric. I'm obsessed. I wish I could get that in like a pink, like a rose quartzy color, right? Because my track persona I'm working on is rose quartz. And I had an idea of like a ball gown with a similar fabric to the bottom part coming down, or maybe two. I don't know. I have an idea with this sort of fabric, and I'm obsessed. Chanel gets a fab for sure. Chanel looks great. Everyone looks great. Next up, we have Never Sent Home by Roxy. It's cute. It's fun. Roxy looks great. I love Roxy. So fierce. Everyone gets a fab, honestly. Like, everyone looked great. I have no complaints. They're great. Great runways. Great episode. Critiques are all positive. I'm probably going to be fast forwarding through the critiques mostly on the season, if I'm going to be honest. They're a little bit boring for me. But ultimately, everyone comes back out for the lip sync moment. Who's going to be in the top 2? Who? RuPaul announces the top 2 are going to be Angeria Paris Van Michaels, Angie, and Georges, which feels correct. I think they both did very well in the performance. They both made the performance during their verses, like they took the focus entirely, and they both did very, very, very well. I'm very proud of Angie and Georges. I'm not surprised by Georges because Georges was a fabulous performer on season 14. Not to say that Angie wasn't, but I feel like Angie's coming back even more confident than she was, right? In season 14. So this feels like a very good decision. I also could have seen Vanjie up in the top 2, but I'm happy with this top 2. Fierce. Cute. Everyone else goes to sit down. We get the lip sync to $1 Million Bill by Whitney Houston. When it comes to this performance, I think they both kind of brought different approaches. And I think the approach that RuPaul decided to go for more in this week was Angie. And I thought Georges did well, but Angie just kind of like stole the scene for me. Like I was always looking back to Angie. I also do think the edit didn't really show a lot of Georges. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. But Angie looks great. They both look great. They both did well. I had a really great time with this episode. Like a really, really fun episode. I loved it. Ultimately, it was a great lip sync. Great episode. Ultimately, RuPaul announces that the winner of the episode is going to be Angie. I'm very proud of Angie getting her first. Well, they both get benefactress badges, but Angie also gets $10,000 donated to her charity, which I love. So shout out to Angie. And she also gets the power to give one of the bottom queens the chop with the ruby scissors. Ruby scissors? I think it's what they were called. I am happy about the fact that they were actually ruby as opposed to in season 7 when it was the platinum plunger and it was actually platinum. Anyways, um, Angie ends up blocking Roxy, which feels like a smart decision. Again, I think I was saying like that's what I probably would have done because Roxy's kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to drag. So I feel like blocking her was a very smart decision. She's very much a front runner for me in my brain from jump. So I thought that was a very, very smart choice by Angie. So that does bring me to the end of this episode. It was a very fun episode. I did quite enjoy it. Again, if you do wish to donate to any of the charities that they chose to that they're competing for, they're all linked down below, along with the ACLU Drag Defense Fund. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour community. I will be back here tomorrow with my episode 2 review. I think I'm going to do one a day because, again, they did decide to do a double premiere episode. But I need a little bit of a break to process it. There are 24 looks for the ball. We're going to have a cute little kiki for that as well. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I already said that. I'll be back here later with some more content. Have a good rest of your night, your day, wherever you are. And as I like to say, keep it cute, keep it simple, and don't send hate. I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all. Ding!